Today I'm going to talk about how I stay organized. So let's go. Hi, I'm Aaron Jones and welcome to another vlog coming to you from Nihama in Japan. And today I wanted to talk to you about how I keep organized. Now, I have a lot of tasks and a lot of things that I have to do every single day, and I have to keep on top of things, otherwise I will have problems. So today I wanted to talk about how I keep organized, my system for organization. Now, I've talked about a lot of these apps in my vlogs before, but today I'm going to talk about how I use them and combine them together in a very brief way to keep organized, so that I don't forget a task that I have to do, and that I make sure I do the important tasks that have to be done today, and how to choose tasks that need to be moved to another day or to another thing, or how to delegate them to somebody else. So let's get into how I organize my stuff. Okay, first is an application I have talked about many times on my vlog to how I keep track of tasks, and I use a program called Todoist. Now, I'm not going to explain to you how to use Todoist. I'm going to give you a good reference at the end of this video where to look to learn how to use this program very efficiently. But I use this program on a daily basis. It's basically my brain. Now, I use the idea of Getting Things Done by David Allen, GTD. That's kind of the basis of my system, and keeping a collection of tasks and things that have to be done for projects. And I put all that into Todoist. And I do use the premium version of Todoist because one of the biggest features on there I like is the templates. And because basically you can make, if you have a task that has a lot of same reoccurring tasks that you have to do over and over again, and this is what I do, is I've made a template. So when I've gone through the process one time, I can put the template back up there and all those tasks are back there. For the next time I have to follow through the same set of tasks in a system. For example, like making a YouTube video, for example, I will have a template, first film and edit and research or whatever, and then you go through those, and then because the process is very similar again, then when I'm finished one set, I can put the template back in there, and then I have all that back again to follow the second time. Now, I use that quite a bit in Todoist. Now, this only works on the, I believe, the web version, the PC version, and the Mac version. There is no template way of loading up the templates on the iOS versions, or I guess on Android, I don't know. But so you have to do that on the PC version or the web version. That's through the browser. I think you can do it through the browser version as well. But that's one thing that's really useful. If you can do it on the iOS version, it'd be really good, because you can make them when you're traveling. You can make a task list and then do it. But anyways, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how I keep organized. So I put everything into there, into Todoist, and I have different projects depending if it's work, personal life, and I keep those organized there. And then I keep notes in stuff that are related to those projects, and I put those into another program which I've talked about a lot, and that is Evernote. Now, all that goes into Evernote. If I have to keep notes, copies, receipts, all that I store into Evernote, and I use the camera feature on Evernote to store PDFs and take pictures of stuff and keep that. Any orders I take on the internet, when it comes to the mail, I put that over into Evernote. This is very important, and then I tag it so I can search it. Again, I'm going to give you a good resource on learning how to use this at the end of this video. I'm not going to teach you how to do this, but I'll give you a good resource that'll teach you how to do all this good stuff. So those are the three main things. Now, for calendar is very important, and I use two things for a calendar. I use a digital calendar and I use a physical calendar. And for the digital calendar, I put everything through iCloud Calendar, but the interface I use is Fantastical 2. I use that for Mac and iOS, and I love this program, and so I recommend that. I have talked about that on this vlog before, but any calendar can do. Google Calendars very well. There's other applications, and I'll give you another resource that introduces you to other calendars and applications that you might like, but the one that I use is Fantastical 2. And I also use a physical one, and for physical I use a traveler's notebook, and there's many reasons why I like this one. And I do have a physical one. So I duplicate the digital one into here. And some of the tasks that I put into Todoist, I also duplicate into here. Now, I don't want to show you this because I have a lot of personal and business-related stuff in it, but basically, I'll show you a blank calendar. So one here I haven't filled out yet. I haven't got to there. Basically, here you have your week, and then you have a grid here for notes. Now, I put in important tasks and important appointments that I need to do here in the actual day. And on here, I write a task list. Now, I'm not going to show you, but I'm going to do a creep. You can see it looks like that. Basically, I have different tasks, and I color code each task, and then I have the tasks that I have to do under the project. And I keep that on here as well because sometimes when I'm working, I don't have a quick thing to go and check onto my Todoist list, or if I'm working that's away, I can use the phone, but I usually have this one around as well, and I keep track, and I check here, and I will also check on the Todoist list. The reason I do this is I'm a little bit OCD, but also to reduce stress, because have you ever had the time when you don't remember you done a task? Did I do that task? You can't remember if you did it or not. You were in kind of automatic mode. Now, when I check it off here and check it off on Todoist, in my brain it's registered, it's finished, and I don't have to worry about it. That's very important for me, because otherwise I'll be sleeping in the middle of the night and I will wake up and did I do that or not? In this way I have confirmed it. Double checking system on my Todoist, and also a physical list that I keep in the calendar. And I'll put links to these applications as well as to the Traveler's Notebook Company. You can't order these directly from them outside of Japan, but there are resources and a lot of people on YouTube that use this system. So Traveler's Notebook, or the old name under the old brand that they used to, Midori Traveler's Notebook, and you can find out good things there. So that's another thing. And another good program that I want to talk about, that's a very simple program that I use on my Apple Watch and my iPhone, and that's called Cheat Sheet. And basically it is small pieces of information that you can keep on your Apple Watch, and on the Apple Watch here. If I just open this up and I can go to the cheat sheet, basically small things like your phone number, or if you're going into a hotel, you can put your hotel number or your hotel room number in there. Things that you need to access often but you just can't keep in your head. Your postal code, your home phone number. I put that in here, things like that on here, and I can quickly access it. Okay, this one, or how to phone internationally from Japan, because I always forget that, so I have that on a cheat sheet. I can just open this up. Okay, this is the prefix. Things like that. So I recommend that application as well. And if you do a system like this, and I do reviews every day, this is important. You have to review and put time aside to review new tasks for the next day, review them, and then turn it off. So what I do every afternoon, evening, is I go through a daily review of what I have to do for the next day, and then I turn it off. And this way my mind can relax, and I can enjoy my evening before I have to get up the next day to do tasks and go to work. And so this is just a very basic explanation of how I keep organized, and it's a system I have been using for the last couple of years, and it's getting better and better, and partly because of some other resources on the internet. On YouTube, there are a lot of great people, and I'm going to introduce two YouTube channels that you should check out if you're interested in keeping organized and learning more detail on how to use some of the programs I talked about in this vlog. The first one is Carl Pullein. He has a great YouTube site. The link will be up here, also down in the description below. And not only does he talk about things about being productive and productivity, he basically explains how to use Todoist in very detailed system. He also has a digital book about this, and another digital book, Digital Life, that's really good. So I recommend those. So check out his channel, and he explains detail also about Evernote and how to use it with different ways of being productive. So he can explain how to use Todoist and how to use Evernote and other things about being productive in life. So go check his channel out. I highly recommend it. He has videos several times a week, so go check that one out. And the other one that introduces things about productivity and different kinds of applications and stuff is Francesco D'Alessio. I hope I said his name correctly. I also put his channel down in the links below. Go check him out. He also introduces very many different kinds of applications that can be used for being productive and being organized, and so go check that out. So for example, I use Todoist and Evernote, but he may introduce different applications that might be better for you. You have to find a program that you like and then stick with it. So go check those things out, and if you haven't, read David Allen's books like Getting Things Done, learn his system. It's very, very useful. Anyways, that's just a little glimpse in how I keep organized. So it's important to do that, to keep on top of things, also to keep your mind stress-free so that when you have free time, you're not thinking back, did I do this, did I do that, what I need to do tomorrow? Well, you have it all recorded, you have a schedule, you have a system that you follow, and this is very, very, very important. Anyways, that's enough for me today. So how do you keep organized? Do you have any recommendations of programs or systems that you use? Go ahead and write them in the comments below. And until next time, see you then. Goodbye.